Now, the search for murder suspect Malcolm Naden continues in the northern New South Wales.
Reporter Ben Worsley joins us now from the town of Nowendock. Ben, good morning. What is the latest on that manhunt?
Michael, we've now just ticked into the third day of this latest manhunt for Malcolm Naden, and you've got to say, I mean, obviously things can change and they can change very quickly, but at the moment you've got to say it does appear that once again, for the seventh time in 6.5 years, that Naden seems to have eluded the police. They closed in on his camp 2 days ago, almost to the hour. They say they got within 20 metres of him, but they haven't seen him since. Now, overnight, the search continued, but it was hampered, as it has been for the previous 2 days, by very heavy fog and very cold and wet conditions. And that, combined with really rugged terrain, it is very, very remote and rugged territory here in the Nowendock State Forest. The combination of those factors is making things very difficult. I've just been talking to some locals here at the Nowendock Tennis Club. They think he's just gone, and they basically think the police have got no hope of finding him now. The problem overnight was that they couldn't get the chopper up. They wanted to use the nighttime to their advantage, to use the thermal imaging technology and the infrared technology from the chopper to try and track him down. That's how they worked out he was here in the first place. Well, they couldn't do it overnight. The chopper's been pretty much grounded for the last 36 hours. The good news from police perspective is that the cloud seems to be breaking. They're expecting it to be clearer within the next hour, so hopefully from their point of view the chopper can get back up and the search can resume.
And the weather in fact does look as though it's clearing there behind you, Ben. Now, the police have thrown tremendous resources at this manhunt, haven't they?
They have. It's been amazing to watch. We're at the command centre at the Nowendock Memorial Hall, you can see behind me, and the comings and goings has been quite dramatic. You would have seen the pictures, no doubt, of these officers completely camouflaged in army gear with very powerful weaponry, German Shepherds. They've just been filing four-wheel drive after four-wheel drive back and forth into this search area, but to no avail. So the police, they're obviously frustrated that they got so close to this man after such a long time, and obviously the motivation now that he shot allegedly one of their own. They will continue for some time yet. The language has changed though, Michael. It's interesting. They're saying now that they are going to continually reassess this operation. Previously, they've been saying we're going to stay as long as it takes. So things could change today, but at the moment the search is continuing.
And Malcolm Naden has been on the run for 6 years at the least, so you'd have to assume he's pretty experienced in life on the lam as such.
We're learning a lot more, Michael, about how he's been operating. He seems to have been in this area for a couple of years, they think, in a triangle between Kempsey, Walker and the Barrington Tops. He seems to have been operating in that area, and the police think that he's been keeping an eye on various properties, the comings and goings, and waiting till the owners of those properties have vacated for whatever reason, and then raiding the supplies there, often the weaponry and ammunition as well. That's the allegations, and they've been finding fingerprints, the police say, in various properties, which is how they've sort of honed in on this particular area. That's how he's been operating at the moment. Now, obviously, though, he's in very heavy bushland. Who knows where? That's the big question.
Ben Worsley at Nowendock, thank you very much for the update.
Thanks, Michael.